Hello, this is John with J-Tech, Class 22 of the Automotive. Today what we're going to be doing is a very brief description of a rear differential or final drive unit, which I have presented here. It came out of a 99 S10. Normally typically takes 80-90 gear lube, and we're going to go ahead and dig right into it. We're going to move it down to the end.
So that's why.
Alright, first off, what you're going to want to do is take off your inspection cover here. Luckily for us, it's already been drained. So this is air dry. Normally, typically, you would have gear lube pouring out at this point. Alright, what you have here is your final drive assembly altogether. Alright, we have your axles here and here, which are semi-floating. They are semi-floating because they actually ride on the bearings here and here of the vehicle's weight. You can't just take it off and actually have the vehicle still rolling, like in a full floating. Alright, what you're going to want to do up first, you start here. You have an 8mm bolt. The holes are through here. The holes are spider gears in here, which here in a moment I'll bring up close to you so you can see what's going on. And have this guy out here. This 8mm bolt is going to be what holds in this guy right here, which keeps our axles here and here from pushing in too far to release the C-clips that hold them in and keep them from sliding all the way out. So what you're going to want to do is jump them in, and you hear that? There's one, and there was two. I actually caught that one, so here, C-clip. That is what holds your axle inside our final drive assembly here. And then once you push them in and your C-clips have fallen, both axles will slide out. And you need both axles to slide out to actually get your whole final drive assembly out. And next what you're going to need to do is take out these bolts here, which actually hold your carrier assembly inside the housing. Be careful, because they are shimmed in place to give the exact distance, so that way you have your backlash set. Typically, you want to service one of these things every 30,000 miles. It takes about 80-90 gear lube, unless something aftermarket has been done to it. Whenever disassembling one, you want to make sure, like absolutely sure, you keep each bearing, race, and even side bracket with the same side in the same direction. Something I like to do is I took it off this way. I'm going to lay it flat this way over here on my bench, so I know it went to my left side on that side. And then next, I'll take the next one out. Just like that. Lay it onto the side this way so I know it went to the right. Alright, now that we're in this place, you can see, you can somewhat see here, I have our outside bearing races and shims on both sides. You want to make sure not to lose these and mark where they go as you come out with it, which is going to be hard. And if you're replacing bearings, you're going to be re-shimming anyway, so there's that. So it's all noting on what went where.
So as I was saying, your powerflow will run through the tube. The gear down here that drives your ring gear. The ring gear then in turn drives the rest of the differential.
Left, right.
The differential is actually what you will separate.
Now you have our empty casing here with only our pinion gear left. And that is the basic disassembly. If you turn to the side over here, we have our final drive assembly here. If you look inside, those are what we call our spider gears. This is what allows one wheel of the vehicle to move faster than the other, so that way you can go around turns without any skipping, hopping, or loss of drivability. Alrighty, that'll be it for today. Hope you learned something.
They're not quite stationary, but certainly running at a considerably slower speed.
What's up? John, J-Tech, back here, Class 22 Automotive Stop. What we're going to do today is going to give you a basic teardown and instruction of powerflow on this S20 transmission. It came out of a 98 Civic. manual gearbox, shift shaft operated, not cable. Alrighty, and it usually takes 10W30 motor oil. That's what they call for, unless you have manual transmission fluid. But let's be honest, it's going to take 10W30. That's what it calls for, and on any Honda form, that's what you're going to see people are using. And it's going to be serviced every roughly 30,000 miles. I know not everyone is very on point with their fluid changes, but that's what it calls for. Alrighty, and luckily for us, it's fairly easy to take apart for you to see what's going on. You flip it up on its face like you've seen me do already here, and then you're going to take these bolts out here. You're going to 12mm, and there's going to be roughly 15 of them all the way around. And once I get this apart, I'm going to start showing y'all the power flow for this particular manual transaxle. And what you're going to want to do is the manufacturer has made pre-designed lift points here, here, and on the opposite side over here. So that way you can pry this back casing off without prying against the sealing surface. Alright, now as you can see, I got trusty pry stick 1 and pry stick number 2. Go ahead and get on one side and then on the other. They have tried to be nice and give you more than one possible place to pry against. When you get loose, go ahead and grab your case, pick up and off. Now you'll see in the back here, you have your bearing that stays inside the case here, and you got the shafts rides on it. And then you have a couple little bushings here and back there where the other shafts ride in. Alrighty. Here we go. As you can see, we have 2 shafts and then a smaller shaft protruding from the front of the trans. And as you can see here, this shaft there would be your input shaft. Everything goes from there out to here. This being our input shaft here. Okay? Which means this here is going to be our counter shaft. And also our output shaft as well, seeing as it has the spindle gear down here, or the pinion gear, to spin our differential. Since it is a transaxle, the differential or final drive unit is built into the transmission. And from here, it would go to your axles and to the drive wheels. This particular setup uses what is known as a shift rod. As you can see here, as it twists and pulls in and out. This particular unit has been seized and the shift rod no longer moves. So I would love to show you, but unfortunately I cannot at this present time. However, the shift rod moves in here, moves a series of shift levers here and over here to move shift ports up here, 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 over here, and here again as well for reverse. This is our reverse idler gear. Engaging this engages or allows the vehicle to be moved in reverse speeds, whereas in every other gear you move in a forward speed. And that's pretty much the low-down, hoedown of it. And just so you know, on your main shaft, which is also in this particular situation our input shaft, is where you're going to find out where the big gear is going to be first gear. As the gears go down on this shaft, you're going down or higher in your gear level. So first gear, second gear here, third gear, and this is going to end up being your fourth gear, and then you have your reverse gear here, and then as I mentioned before, you have fifth right here. And that's what's going to give you your overdrive ratio, where you're spinning more than 1-to-1. So one revolution of the input shaft is going to be roughly 0.78 of the output shaft. Or I'm sorry, I got that the other way around. It's 0.78 of the input shaft is going to be a full turn of the output shaft. Well, hope y'all learned a little something. And it's going to be easy to put it back together because you just put your case right back on top and it's like nothing happened. Alrighty, thank you. Hope you learned something. Have a good one.